Hello guys, this is Deathdealer and welcome back to another episode of FoolCraft. This is episode 5 and this episode is super late. Now by the time you've seen this will be coming out on Wednesday, around about that time. And it was meant to come out last Friday and I kind of pushed it back because I was having some technical issues, and this entire weekend I've had technical issues. This is the first time I've been able to play. Well, I've had a few hours before this, but yeah, you know. Anyways, my graphics card, my GTX 1070, decided that its drivers would not work with, well, my machine. And yeah, since Friday night, I've been having issues, so no drivers work or anything, so I've switched back to my old GTX 960 and it all works fine. In fact, we're seeing some performance boosts both in-game and for like starting up the system and stuff, which is pretty strange. So, now that that's out of the way, let's go on with the episode. So, I've been making a ton of progress off camera. I've done some mining, even done some farming and stuff. Now, as you can see in my inventory, I have a new tool. And this is a hammer which is made using cobalt, copper, terrasteel and alumite for the handle. Now, this isn't a super good tool. I was just experimenting with different materials to see how they would work. So this is, it's okay. As you can see, I'm still kind of leveling it up, so yeah. But anyways, now I want to kind of talk about this little farming system thing. So this is from the AgriCraft mod. Basically what AgriCraft does is it provides a whole bunch of different crops, and even the crops in the vanilla game, you can make them even better. As you can see on the Whaler screen here, growth 10, gain 10 and strength 10. Normal crops are just 1 on each of them, so I've been breeding these up and getting them maxed out. And then I've been taking the wheat I get from this and going back behind this. I don't know if I showed you this last episode, but yeah, I've done this. Let's get the cloud pet out of our inventory, it's causing issues. But yeah, I made a sag mill from Ender.io, and to make that, all you need is some flint, some iron, a piston and a machine casing, which is made out of all this, and a basic capacitor, which is just that. So yeah, we've been taking the wheat, putting it in here, and each wheat provides, I think it is 2 flour. So we've been getting 2 flour for each wheat, and then we take the flour and we smelt it and it makes bread. So 1 flour is 1 bread. And then we cook the bread into toast and then craft the toast like this to make a toast sandwich, and that has us got a pretty decent food source. I've also been experimenting with the chickens from the hatchery mod. Now I got the eggs for these chickens from a roguelike dungeon, and I simply put them in, well, I had to put them in like a little nest thing, and they grew up, and then I put them in this little nesting pen, and they've been dropping ender pearls and stuff. And this mod works similar to the AgriCraft mod, where like the most basic of each of the chickens have growth 1, gain 1, strength 1, and as they lay eggs, they get better and better. It's pretty decent. I've also been in the nether gathering up some spawners, so I just used the chest transport and obsidian 1, and I've got 3 blaze spawners here, and just killing some wither skeletons and stuff. So we have some, well, 2 wither skeleton skulls, and I believe we have a, what is it, yeah, this is it. A drop of evil, which is used for a multitude of different things. Also, yes, I've been doing a hell of a lot. Also, if we come down here, I've been doing some interior decorating. Now, I haven't done anything on this side because, well, that's just a work in progress area until we get these chests up and running. But as you can see, we've been using a lot of the factory blocks, which to make a factory block, all you need to do is get some stone and some iron, and that gives you 32 factory blocks, which are pretty useful. And then I use the chisel from the chisel mod, not chisel bits, just the normal chisel mod, and it makes it look different. So as you can see, we've been making this area look pretty nice. This room is not finished, I still need to do the roof, but yeah, I've been putting plenty of detail into the walls and stuff. Also, if we come down here, this is going to be a main kind of nexus of the base, if you will, like the main kind of joining up point. So we're going to have an elevator shaft that runs all the way down to bedrock here, and different rooms. So we're going to have a power room, a control room, and some Ender.io and some thermal expansion machines in this room over here. But today what we want to do is I want to get a kind of, well, a system up and running for producing power, not a lava system. It's going to be making passive power. Now what I mean by passive power is basically a system that will make power on the go without you having to put any fuel into it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at the Iskallium Reactors mod, which as well, it's basically big reactors but made different, made using Iskallium, which is something this YouTuber Iskallium came up with. So as you can see, I've already crafted up all the components, but I'm just going to show you how to get it anyway. So you need to mine Iskallium ore, which you find in the world. They're very rare, so you want to have a fortune pickaxe or something. And well, we only have 14 Iskallium essence right now, but so that's like maybe 1 or 2 ores, but I've been using it all. But yeah, what you need is you want to make steel ingots, which is basically just a coal block and then surrounded by iron, and because well you can't actually see the recipe. You also want some glass, so it's just Iskallium essence and surrounded in any type of glass. Steel blocks, so steel surrounding an Iskallium essence. Iskallium reactor, steel blocks, Iskallium essence, and reactor power tap, which is well steel block and redstone. So we have all the components right here, but we need to empty some space out of our inventory because well, yeah, I've been doing that much stuff that my inventory is just completely clogged with junk, which is not good for this situation. So that belongs upstairs. We can take all this stuff out, and we'll get to it, shall we? So I'm going to make a basic reactor, and then well, just to show you how everything works. So I think we're going to do it outside. Now we'll put this away as well. So basically, to get started, I'm going to show you how to make a very basic reactor, if I can get out the door, that is. Right, so we're going to make a 3x3 area of steel blocks, pretty good, and we're going to make a reactor controller, and you need to have the power tap on the same level as the reactor controller, I believe. So we're going to place it right there, and just going to build it up. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but these need to be in the same level, and you can have your block of Iskallium inside. This is the main component, and let us see. Right, so we'll bring it up a little ways, and you can make this as tall as you want. This is infinitely expandable, which is a pretty good thing. So it doesn't even need to be completely full. You can have like 1 block missing and it would all still work, which is pretty nice. So, oh, I didn't notice that you can actually slide on it as if it's ice. Sweet. But yeah, let us pillar up, and this is just basically a simple reactor. Now, since this is going to be kind of generates passive power, I think it's like 100 or something RF per tick for each block of Iskallium you have inside it, which is pretty nice. And I think we're going to cap it off there. And this is an Iskallium reactor. Iskallium reactor, my apologies, not Iskallium, Iskallium. But yeah, this is it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an interface or anything, but of course, to get power out of it, you can pull it out of here into a capacitor bank or straight into a cable or whatever. So basically what I'm going to do is, I've been talking for 10 minutes straight already. That's quite a majority of the episode gone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, make a little room for our power system. So it's going to be this area right here. Going to make a room, and we're going to have a section of it which will house an Iskallium reactor. And we'll have an area for other power production, and we'll also have a power storage area in this room. So you let me get started on that, and when we come back, well, we'll have a kind of decent power system, I guess. So yeah, let's do this. Okay guys, so I have done some work. We've got a little room of sorts made, and well, here you go, this is it. Pretty interesting. So I implemented an Iskallium reactor down here and made it, well, as you can see, it's this tall and this deep and stuff. And of course, I haven't got enough, well, Iskallium blocks right now, so I left that part empty. But this refinery, no, it's not a refinery, this reactor will still work. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can make a capacitor or something, a basic capacitor bank which can hold 1 million RF, from Ender.io. It's pretty simple to make, and we can check how much, well, RF per tick we're getting. We should be getting maybe 100 or 200 RF per tick, maybe, not entirely sure. But yeah, in that room we're going to have the Iskallium reactor in there. We're also going to have a few other things. What are we short on? Gold. Okay, right. Yeah, we're going to have a few other things. So we're going to have a power system that relies solely on the lava chickens. So off camera I'm going to be doing, well, a bunch of work trying to get some of those. Well, the top tier ones, that is. And on the other side, we'll either have a wall of capacitor banks, or we'll have like another power system we can use. And here we go. So that is one capacitor bank. Right, so all we should really need to do is head in the back, because round here is where I've actually stored, well, put the power tap. We'll have to mine our way through. How did this cobblestone get here? I never put it in here. Strange. It must have just naturally spawned, or it was maybe me when I was messing about with the chisel. Who knows? But yeah, let us head in here. It shouldn't be too far. There we go. Right, so if I place this down, and how much is that? 1000 RF per tick. Yes, 1000 RF per tick. That is a lot. How many blocks of Iskallium do we have? So that is, well, we'll have 2 on this level. So 2, 4, 6, 7. 1000 divided by 7. Let me get a calculator. I will use the calculator on my cell phone. So that is about 142 RF per tick per block, which is pretty good. And just look at it. We've basically filled this up, and yeah, that's a lot faster than our lava generation currently. I don't even think that makes it that fast. I think it's like maybe 200 RF per tick, and that is solely to run our refined storage system. But 1000 RF per tick, that's insane. It takes it over a minute to generate 1 million RF, and you don't even need a fuel source. That's just mad. It really is. Now, yeah, I know Iskallium is very, very rare, but yeah, when I was building this, I ended up 1 steel block short, and you need Iskallium to make it, so I had to go mine. That's when my levels are a little bit higher. So I had to go mine to try and find an Iskallium ore, and I found one, and I got 18 Iskallium essence from it. So if you find a bunch of them together, you can make tons of this stuff. This is just insane. Now I wonder, is there a chicken or anything for making Iskallium? Or how else can you get it? Well, you can get it from the Iskallium block itself, or you can get it from loot bags. Right. Okay. Right, that's good to know, because a good way of getting loot bags as well, mob farming of course, but a specific mob we can farm, and it's pretty easy to get loot bags, as slimes. Now, let's see, do I have any of those slime islands nearby? Maybe. Let's see, yes we do. And it's over here somewhere, I think. Now, well, basically my idea is, well, every time, like if you have, it doesn't matter what slime it is, it can be a large or small one, every time it's killed there's a chance of dropping loot bags, and that's a fire down there. Oh, I've turned fire spread off for this world because the fire spread is pretty nuts. But yeah, every time you kill a slime, it has a chance of dropping a loot bag. It doesn't matter if it's a large slime or a small one. So say if you kill one of the largest ones, even though it splits into smaller slimes, it has a chance of dropping loot bags. So we're probably going to be farming them. But the question is, if you say use a powered spawner and get like one of the largest slimes in a soul vial, when you kill them down the bottom, say we'll use the thing from the mob grinding utilities mod. What do you? Yeah, this thing, the mob masher. If you're to use this, because this makes it look make it seem as if a player killed them. will they turn into small slimes, and will they still drop loot bags? I think they'll still drop loot bags, but the whole thing about the slimes is a little bit confusing. Oh, and my helmet broke. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I've been dealing with a bunch of mobs. And since we're here right now, let's clear out the inventory because it's actually getting quite annoying. And that's something I got pretty recently. Got a builder's wand as well. Yeah, we can get rid of all of this. And we can then hang these back up. Now I also got, I think it was a weapon case. I'm pretty sure I got a weapon case from somewhere. Hold on. Yeah. Let's check this, shall we? Now, I hope this is a good sword, because if not, I'm going to need to make one. Attack damage 11, attack damage 9. This sword is better. It's quality, crude, rarity, and common. So this is a bit more rare than that sword, and it's got higher attack damage. Okay, that is pretty nice. And let us just empty off this here, because I'm kind of out of time for this episode. Simply because, well, how things have been messed up over this weekend, that is. Yeah, it's completely stressed me out, and yeah, I just want to sit and play this and relax. But yeah, well guys, one thing I must say, I need you guys to go and check out my vanilla survival series, because you may, it's not quite modded, but you may like it because I do a lot of insane things in there. And we can get rid of these two. Uh-oh. Ah, come on. Right, we'll have to access it like that. But yeah guys, I'm afraid that is it for this episode. So, as always for this episode, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.